Welcome to your gratitude flow that I promised you at the end of the 7-day challenge. Now, I would like to invite you to choose any one of the breath methods or breathing methods that we worked on the 7 days before you get started. And then just connect with your breath. Take a couple minutes to ground yourself and find a focus and awareness of your breath before you get started. We'll take a couple breaths to get started, but for time's sake, I will keep it short for you guys who are learning and getting there. So coming to your mat in a seated position, bringing the hands to the knees, we'll just take a couple breaths to get started after you've centered yourself and found some mindfulness for yourself. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. Just go ahead and reach your left arm up and place your right hand on the floor. And we're just going to reach across and exhale as we reach. Inhale to center and reach the right arm up. Inhale and exhale. And then go ahead and come all the way forward. We're going to find our cat-cow, okay? So we're going to bring our hands and our knees under our hips, hands under our shoulders. And we're going to inhale, drop the belly. And exhale as we pull the belly towards the spine and we drop our chin to our chest. Pushing up through our hands, grounding them down into the mat. And then inhale as we reach our head forward. And exhale. And one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. And go ahead and enter the toes and take that child's pose that we've talked about. So just sitting back in those hips, bringing the forehead to the mat, reaching the hands forward, bringing the soles of the feet together, and just taking a big breath here. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. And one more breath. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. And then just come and reach it forward. We're going to come all the way down onto our bellies. We're going to find a baby cobra from here. So you're going to bring your hands, your chest and your breastbone area, just to the side of it with your elbows pointing back towards the back of your mat. And you're just going to lift your stomach off the floor as you inhale. You're tucking the glutes together and exhale. And now if you don't come up that far, that's fine. If you come further, that's fine too. Inhale. And exhale. And then go ahead and push up on the knees. Now you can stay on your knees if it's too much for you in down dog. We're going to come all the way up into down dog. And I just want you to pedal out the feet here. Find some nice movement. Opening up the hips, opening up the hamstrings. Finding some length as we work into this until you find a place of stillness. Reaching the soles of the feet down to the mat. If they don't come all the way, that's okay. Finding nice, open, spread fingers. And just dropping and framing the head in between the arms. Take a deep breath in and out. And then just bring the right foot forward, the left foot forward, and we're going to find that yogi squat. So sinking down, find that nice yogi squat that we talked about. So hands come together and you're engaging the core and tucking the pelvis, finding some lift here. And then go ahead and push forward all the way up into a nice fold. So you can pivot the feet in parallel and just find a nice fold here that we talked about. We did a seated fold. This is a standing fold. Also brings a sense of gratitude as we surrender and let go of the things that hold us back from really showing that gratitude every day. The things that we think don't make us happy, but if we try to focus on the positive in the situation, it can change your mindset. All right, from here, we're going to come up into a nice, bring your feet together, toes to meet, a little space between the heels, and reach all the way up into a tall mountain. So finding strength in the legs, reaching up into that nice tall mountain, hands reaching above the head. And from here, we're just gonna take a nice baby back bend, opening cactus in the arms, okay? So it's like this, cactus in the arms, opening it up here, opening up the chest, nice chest expansion, open to receive, open to change, open to gratitude. Just reach the arms back up and then sweep the arms and swan dive all the way down over the legs, hinging from the hips, okay? And then rounding the spine as you come back into that forward fold, step back into your down dog, okay? And from your down dog, we're going to lift the right heel up, toes pointed towards the mat. Stay here for a moment, big inhale. And then pull that leg all the way through, and we're gonna find that warrior one. Okay, so that warrior one pose that we learned. So you're inhaling, as you reach the fingertips up, nice bent knee here in the front, extension in the back, firmly planting the feet, okay? And then we're gonna come into that humble warrior. So we're gonna interlace those fingers, we're gonna inhale as we arch and reach the back, and then draw the chest forward, bringing the head to the earth, and just exhale. Finding that nice humble warrior, taking a break here. And then just drop the knee. We're gonna come into that low lunge that we learned. So just reach the arms up. So we're humble, and then we're open to receive. Because when we show humility, we're teachable, and we're able to move forward and learn and grow. And then bringing the hands to the mat, opening up our stance a little bit to find a lizard pose. So just sinking down and dropping a little bit deeper in to that nice lizard pose. You're welcome to bring elbows to the mat if you want. I'm going to stay here since this is a beginner's class. And then from here, we're going to come into our pyramid pose. So we're going to bring that foot forward. We're back to center. Extend both legs now, just like we learned. So both legs are nice and extended, and we're just folding over that front knee. Just fold here. And then go ahead and open all the way up. Both feet are parallel to the sides of the mat. Find a nice forward fold. Again, the act of surrendering and letting go. And then we're going to find strength and reach up into a star pose. Just to help us think about how strong we are, how capable we are. Take a big breath in, drop back forward. We're going to pivot back around. We're going to bring that foot up. We're going to find the other side. So we're going to reach up with the left heel, find that three-legged dog. Toe points towards the mat, and then reach and bring that knee and that foot all the way through, both hands. So you're framing that foot with your hands. And you're coming to that warrior one. So bent knee, nice flexion, nice extension, reaching up. Finding nice length as you draw those hands away from you. And then finding those fingers interlaced back behind the back. Inhaling. And exhaling as you pull the head forward into your humble warrior. Taking a big breath here. And then we come into that receiving stance. So dropping the knee, untucking the toe, coming into that nice low lunge. Big inhale and exhale. And then coming into that walk the foot out to the side of the mat. That lizard pose where we just Sink into those hips, okay? Exhale to draw them closer to the mat as you just release and let go. Challenging yourself, bringing your elbows to the mat if you'd like. And then from here, coming up into that pyramid stance. So tucking that toe again, pushing up, walking that foot back to center, maybe bringing the foot back in a little closer if needed, finding that pyramid pose, just letting the head fall over the knee. Take a big inhale and exhale as you draw a little bit closer each time with every inhale and every exhale. Just like in life, how we draw a little bit closer as we take a breath and we realize that it's okay and that we have a lot to be grateful for. From here, we're going to just step that foot back, find your downward dog, and bring the knees to the mat. We're going to take a baby cobra, so just lower the stomach, push up into that baby cobra. So tucking those glutes together to protect the back. Inhaling and exhaling. And then just tuck the toes one more time. Push back into that down dog. We're going to find our balance series. So here I just want you to walk and tiptoe the feet all the way in. The top of the mat. Take a breath. Inhale. Halfway. And exhale to fold. From here, we're going to find a warrior three. So you're going to find some balance in this right leg, okay? And you're just going to extend that left foot back, toe points towards the mat. Find that warrior three. So if you need to keep your hands placed on the mat, you can. If you want a challenge, lift up into that warrior three. Whoop, find your balance. Even the best of us fall sometimes. And then reach your hands out into an airplane stance. Ooh, I'm a little off balance. It's okay. Find your warrior three and then reach all the way up. We're going to find tree pose. So you can take, I'm going to turn so you can see me. You can take that tree pose here, or you can take it all the way up to the inner thigh here and then reaching the hands up nice and strong. Taking a big deep breath. Then from here, come back to your warrior three. So you're going to airplane those arms and push that foot out. Back to the back wall, point it to the bottom of your mat. Okay, I'm going to turn back around. And then you're going to twist the back leg around and you're just going to forward fold here. So twisted forward fold. I'm going to turn so you can see me actually. So I've got one leg in front of the other. And we're just twisting and folding. Maybe a baby inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. And then untwist. Find your nice forward fold. We're going to take it to the other side. Okay, so finding strength in the left foot, reaching that right toes and heel back. Finding that warrior three stance, keeping the hands on the floor if needed, or finding balance. Reaching back, noticing the difference in one side from the other, and realizing why we need to find that balance. Drawing that leg forward. Coming into that tree pose, maybe you brought it to the lower leg, maybe you brought it to the inner thigh, never placing it on the joint of the knee. And then reaching that hands up, those hands up. Finding a focal point in front of you, because when we find that focus and we can center ourselves, we can truly move forward. Whatever that centering looks like for you, it's different for everyone. Reach back to that warrior three, finding that balance. Maybe your hands are here, and then go ahead and find that twisted forward fold. Inhale, baby, halfway lift, and exhale as you fall over the legs. Just being gentle with yourself and kind. That's why we do this, to take care of ourselves. show gratitude for the amazing things that our body does for us every day. To notice the breath that we breathe every day that's given to us. Go ahead and unwrap the legs and go ahead and come back into that yogi squat. So we're just going to widen our stance here. The toes are pointed at a 45-degree angle, and we're going to sit back into that yogi squat, okay? I love this pose once again because it does represent prayer for me, right? And that's so important. I don't know about you guys, but my day starts with prayer and ends with prayer. And I think that's one of the things that helps center me. So we just have to find those things that helps us to be balanced so that we can notice the good. And then once we notice the good, it will become more a habit. Take another deep breath. We're going to go ahead and sit back. We're going to open to boat pose. So there's variations here. You can keep your toes on the mat, reaching the hands forward. You can come into like a half boat, grab behind the knees, or you can come into that full boat, arms extended, making sure to pull that belly towards the spine. We want a cone here. We don't want our core to cone. We want a nice core engagement here, opening up our hands for the blessings that we receive every day. Because it feels so good once we accomplish it and we notice it. And go ahead and hug the knees as we think about all the love that we're given from other people. All the support that we feel as we think about that spine love that we're giving ourselves right now as we round in the spine here. Once again, that it supports us. Staying here for a moment. And just go ahead and open, bring the soles of the feet together, find a nice butterfly stance right here, opening the hips again, drawing the elbows towards the knees, and just engaging the core here, finding some lift here. We're not like sagging here. We're finding lift and strength through these hard poses. Just like in life, we find strength through those hard things, and it makes us stronger. When we notice and be grateful through the hard times, that's how we become stronger. That's where the magic is being happy through the thick of it. And from here, we'll take our couple more movements. So we're going to just be slower to the back, and we're going to bring our knee over knee, okay? And you're going to grab your ankles. You can grab the outer foot, inside of the foot. You're drawing the shins parallel to the mat and the feet towards the earth. And we're just opening up the hips here. Finding a nice twist here. And leaning into that, right? Sometimes we're throwing curveballs. But when we lean into those things and just to get with stride, and ask for that support, ask for that help that we might need, and be grateful for it. Notice it. And from here, just place the left hand on the right knee and just draw it to the side and extend this arm away, okay? So you're looking to the opposite wall as you extend that arm out nice and long. Drawing those knees away. Maybe your hips don't touch the mat, that's okay. Maybe your hips don't come all the way down, and that's okay. Showing a nice stretch here for the spine. So we take care of the thing that really supports us. Our whole body. Spine is where it's at. And coming back to center, giving ourselves a little hug. Drawing that left knee over the right. Once again, hugging those feet towards the earth and those shins towards the mat. Taking a big inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And then go ahead and take the right hand, draw the knees to the earth, extend that arm out. You're turning and looking at your hand. If that's too much on the spine, You can keep that head nice and neutral. I'm just taking a couple more breaths here. Making sure to inhale through the nose. And then bringing the knees back to center. Giving ourselves one last big hug. So we reach forward and we really just hug tight, tight, tight. Finding strength. And then just releasing into our Shavasana. Hands are spread away from the body. Feet are spread apart. And just relax. Total relaxation. No tension here. Relax the fingers and the toes and the eyes. Relax the brow and the forehead. Just taking a big inhale through the nose. And audibly just let that release. And one more time, big inhale through the nose. Audibly release. Now I'd invite you to stay here as long as your body will allow you, as you're continuing to learn to find that stillness and to train the brain. I'd invite you to stay there. And I'm going to leave you with the thought of putting more gratitude in our lives so that we can take that first step to achieving, right? And remembering that positive feeds positive. If you've never kept a gratitude journal, it's a great thing to start this month, like today. And you don't even need a journal. You can use a piece of paper. Just write down 3 things that you're grateful for every day. I promise you, over time, you will see a difference and you will train your brain to start really noticing all those things to be grateful for, even through the hard trials that we go through. You're going to start to notice, oh, this trial, this thing is really hard, but I can see why it's good for me. I can see why it's helping me and how it's pushing me forward. Because sometimes we really have to be knocked down in order to grow. And I think that's everyone. Everyone struggles with that. Nobody's immune from that. Everybody has to go through that to learn. So I leave you with this today, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Namaste.